Hello, my dear students. Uh, Today, my topic of teaching is examination of muscle tone. In central nervous system, the last part of the practical class is the examination of muscle tone, muscle power, and jerks. So, I am dividing it into three different aspects for better understanding. So, the today's topic is examination of muscle tone. So, what is tone? Muscle tone is the passive partial continuous contraction. Passive, it is passive partial continuous contraction means at resting condition, suppose you are taking rest or you are taking tea or you are walking, some kind of at resting condition, at neutral condition, you do not carry any weight, just to relax. In relaxing condition, resting condition means in relaxing condition, you are sleeping or you are just sitting on a chair. So on resting condition, the muscle tone, the attitude of the muscle tone is the attitude of the muscle. Suppose one bodybuilder is taking tea, so his biceps is somehow it has been prominent, so his muscle tone basically is very well groomed, so very well groomed. So muscle tone is nothing but the uh, partial contraction that has been continuous and at resting condition. Just look up a person and look his muscle. At a resting condition, the condition of the muscle is the muscle tone, and that tone, basically with the help of the tone we are maintaining our posture. Suppose if we do not have the we do not have the tone of the back muscles in well condition, we cannot stand upright. It is very necessary to stand upright. A good muscle tone is very necessary thing. So the characters are two types of muscle tone are there. One is floppy tone or low tone or atonia or hypotonia. So all are the same synonymous. Flabby, floppy, laxed, low tone, hypotonia, atonia, all are the same words of a same thing. In case of high tone, this hypertrophied muscle, in case of bodybuilders, in case of sportsman, the tight, strong, this high tone. So two kind of tone is there, hypertonia and hypotonia. So as it is a practical thing, you have to show the practical one. So as I have already told you that each and every human practical should contain a history. So you have to take the history of any neurological disease like ischemic brain stroke or cerebrovascular accidents. You have to take any neurological disease, some muscular, any kind of muscular dystrophy like Duchenne muscular dystrophy is there. History of any accidents, basically somehow accidents and accidental injury limit one person's movement. A broken leg cannot run, this thing, a broken leg cannot run. So history of accidents, history of diseases. So this is the history, you have to take the proper history. Then inspection, you have to take the consent first, proper consent, and you have to expose the muscle. You have to expose the muscle beforehand. You have to take the consent. Then patient, then you request the patient to lie down on the couch or your examination bed, and you inspect the muscles from a meter of distance. You stand by a meter of distance, you see the muscles. When you see the muscles, see accordingly. First of all, you see the upper limb muscles. Secondly, you see the lower limb muscles. Do not haphazard when you are inspecting any muscle. So you have to be very regular about that. Firstly, you have to inspect the upper limb muscles. Secondly, you have to inspect the lower limb muscles. Okay. Then what you have to see? You have to see the muscle build. You have to see now show this picture. This is a patient of ischemic stroke, and you see that ischemic stroke, somehow the both lower limb are paralyzed, and due unused leg leads to the atrophy of the lower limb muscle. Anything that is unused will lead to atrophy. Anything that is overused, that leads to hypertrophy. So you see in the picture, the patient is suffering. The patient, this is a stroke, ischemic brain stroke patient, and here we see that the lower limb muscles are atrophied. Now, what is the procedure of examination? Procedure: firstly, we have to examine the muscles. Secondly, you have to examine the joints, muscle and joint. So you have to ask the patient to relax on the couch. Relax in the couch is very important, because we are examining the passive contraction of muscle in a resting state. Okay, so you have to request the patient to relax on the couch. Then you are checking the muscles. How you just place your palms over the muscles you are trying to examine. Just place your palms. Suppose you want to check the tone of bicep. So firstly, stand on the right side of the couch, ask the patient to relax, and then you just place your palm over the right side, over the biceps of the right side, and then place your palm over the biceps of the left side. Just feel the tone. Just feel. Your feelings determines the muscle tone. Whenever a bodybuilder flexes his biceps and told anyone to palpate his bicep, then you are just feeling his tone. All time, whenever you feel a bodybuilder's biceps or bodybuilder triceps or anything muscles, workout muscle, whenever you are feeling, it is been confirmed that you are basically feeling the muscle tone of the muscle. So you just place your palm over the desired muscle. That has been, suppose firstly you place the right palm of your right hand on the right sided biceps, then place the palm of your right hand on the left sided biceps, then triceps. Okay, and then the muscles of the forearms. Okay, then come to the lower limb muscles of the quadriceps, hamstrings, calf. Okay, so gradually from upper limb to lower limb. Okay, then you have to move the joint. You have to move the joints, each and every joints at the full range of flexion and extension. So in one hand you have to support the joint. Suppose you are right handed person, so you support the joint via your left hand. Place your right hand on the distal of the joint, and then slowly you flex the joint and extend the joint, flex the joint and extend the joint. Every joint, shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist joint, fingers, then hip joint, knee joint, ankle and the toes. Each and every joint you have to flex the full range of this joint, the full flexion and full extension. Okay, and keep one thing in mind, that you cannot, your examination should not be painful to the patient. So you please do not give any pain to the patient, but you are in the examination purpose, you are examining your friend, he is supposed to healthy. So you have to keep in the mind that your examination might not give the pain to the your friend. So that's all of the tone. Hope you can understand. You please saw this video again and again. If you have any query, you are feel free to ask me any question in the group. Okay, thank you. So this is the some last thing, the most commonly asked questions are there. This is the it is not that the no others question is been asked, it may be asked, but most commonly I have seen in various examinations, the most commonly asked questions are these. So please ready these questions before approaching to the examination theatre, right? Okay, thank you.